Hey everyone! So we're gonna talk about Girl Meets World, and yes, I know, Girl Meets World ended a couple months ago, I think. But with our busy schedules, it's hard to talk about the last few episodes. It's hard for me to talk to Heavenly Gal 101 about them. I did do a reaction to the last episode, so you can watch that on my channel. I did the reaction to it, but we haven't really gone in depth about it. So let's welcome Heavenly Gal 101 back.
Hey, long time. It's been a while.
Yeah. With her awesome new hair. Her hairstyle. It's not like everything's new. She just got brand new. Yeah. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. I'm also, in honor of the show, wearing my shirt. Dream Tried to Do Good. You can't see it, but you want it, check it out. Link below. And also, before I start, just in case you guys didn't know, if you don't watch my 90s channel, I did meet, finally, William Daniels and Daniel Fishel. God. The Daniels. I met the Daniels. Danielle and Daniels. I met them a couple weeks ago. It was so cool. So if you want to see it, there's a link in the description below if you want to see that video. He was very, very adorable and so cute. And his wife was there too, but I didn't really get to talk to her. But both of them together were so adorable. Like, he would forget certain things and she would like remind him, and she'd be like, talk about this, and oh, it's so cute. So yeah, watch it. And then there's another video that has like his little talk that he did at the book signing. So all the links are in the description below. So let's get started. Talking about we're gonna talk about 3 episodes. The first one that we're going to talk about is Girl Meets Maya. Christmas Maya, sorry. So you want to start with your positives?
Yeah, sure. I liked the Secret Santa exchange Riley came up with for the group, which apparently no one else is for. They apparently don't like it, which I don't know. But I liked who everyone got. We didn't see some people, but and so I liked how I appreciated the consistency with Maya being afraid of Sean seeing the crazy about her and her mom's tradition. So her solution is to, I guess, run away and to just be with the Matthews. And then Riley wanting to show her the spirit of Christmas too was sweet. And then the role plays we get of the Christmas past, present, or Christmas past and future. And it was an interesting, might go into more final thoughts, but it was an interesting parallel. We have Katie say, when Topanga's playing her in the skit, we say, I always wanted to be her, and she's now playing me, which is something we hear Riley say about Maya in Ski Lodge, or not in Ski Lodge, in the Maya's Identity episodes.
That's true.
Yeah. And I remember thinking that before, how Katie and Riley are more similar, and Maya and Topanga have so it's interesting bringing that back. And I guess back to the gift exchange with like Zay, or Farkle got Zay got Smackle, and Riley got Farkle. We're not sure who Maya got, and I'm assuming Lucas got Riley.
Yeah.
But so I'm guessing Maya got Lucas by that logic. But but anyways, I thought it was I had maybe a little bit. I love the optimism of Riley. Like, that's definitely a charm, but sometimes she can be a little annoying. So I loved Riley more the second half of the episode with with her giving Farkle the gift and then explaining why she gave him the gift. And that's definitely the side of Riley that I always wanted them to dig more deeper in. And then the other gift exchange, like Zay's was, well, he's like, once he explained it, and then when she didn't actually open the book first, so like that goes back to that lesson there. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yep.
But like, so yeah, she opened the book, she would have seen it, and then, but anyways, that was sweet, his gift. But, and then him being Farkle, obviously, them wanting to get to know Zay better and including them in their game. So it takes 17 years to play.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then, I don't know, yeah, just seeing Katie again. I guess we really didn't need to see Sean. It would have been nice, but that goes more to final thoughts. But I appreciate that we actually see Katie, and I liked how Riley, even though she would have loved to spend Christmas with Maya, she kind of she goes the selfless route. So yeah, loved Riley the second half of this episode.
Yeah.
Even the first half, it just kind of, the optimism gets a little annoying sometimes.
Yeah, it was a little like over the top with the glitter.
Yeah.
It was funny, but yeah, it was a little over the top.
And then, I don't know. Well, I guess that's it right now for that. So you can go ahead with your positives.
Okay. Pretty much a lot of this similar, very similar to you. Like, I love the scene where they, explained all the gifts to each other. I got like all teary-eyed when Zay explaining his gift to Smackle. It's like, oh my god, so sweet. Like, I almost felt like he liked her. I was like, do you like her or something? Like, I was like, dang. Like, it's like a little much, but still, it was very sweet. And I liked, that Katie was in the episode. Had, Katie and Maya just like their moment there watching the play, and then Maya thanking her mom for everything she did. I thought that was so sweet because, like, I know, like, it's I kind of feel bad for Katie because I feel like she does work very hard, and yeah, maybe she can't be there all the time, but you can tell she does love Maya, and she is different than like Sean's parents, like at least Sean's mom, like she freaking left, at least like Katie's trying, like, so I'm glad that like at least they showed her that in the play, with Augie. That was so good when Augie played Sean and he was like Fonzie, he was like, hey. And Tamanga was like, close enough.
Yeah, I also liked Corey as Chet.
Yes, that was awesome. He did good. He did good.
And I will say, I never questioned Katie's love for Maya, unlike Topanga's love for Riley. So, they definitely write to Katie and Maya a lot better than the other two.
And I thought the way Topanga played Katie, I thought that was pretty good too.
Yeah,
that was funny. And yeah, like Rowan, she was funny at the beginning, but it was still over the top, but it still made me laugh. But yeah, it was a little much. Like, it's like, okay, you can like stop now with the glitter and everything. But yeah, it's about it. So now we can go into the negatives.
Negatives. I don't know if I have anything that concrete for negatives.
Okay, people, we're going to get to respond to comments later, okay? We're going through, this is like our format. We go through each episode first, and then I'm going to respond to comments at the end. So calm down, okay? Okay, you can go.
Okay. I don't know if I have any concrete negatives other than, Ava was kind of, I don't know. She's this, I don't know, well, like the whole, the story thing is, I mean, I like that she questions things. Like, that's good to do. It's not just, I don't know. She's just annoying, and I like.
Yeah.
Anyways, I liked Topanga was like to Corey switch now, and then they go over to make the cookies or decorate the cookies. So yeah.
I
And,
definitely
yeah.
felt like Topanga when she's like, "I'm gonna kill you right now."
Yeah.
Christmas. I'm like, yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah. But yet she still hugged. She still like wrapped her arms around her, and she said that. So what? Mixed
Yeah.
message there. But anyway, I don't know what else. And then I guess I don't really have that much negatives. I guess not. I don't know.
Did you talk? What
No.
about Sean? Or is that
Hmm?
final thoughts?
Well, yeah. Well, it was unfortunate not to see Sean in this episode, but leaving it open ended, we kind of we get it. They go home to Sean. We could have seen a scene with the three of them at their but and find out where they're living. Are they? I'm guessing they're still at the original apartment.
I know. I want to see their home life.
But that was kind of a crappy apartment. So you'd think they would have moved.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe move closer to where Topanga and Corey are.
Yeah, that's like my negatives. Just that
Yeah.
we didn't have Sean. Like, yeah, I know. Like, you're gonna go see him, but I want to actually see him. I want to see him too.
Yeah.
And I would have loved, because it was like their first Christmas together as a family, so it would have been nice to like have a little scene, and I probably would have cried, but still, like, it would have been nice. So, dang it. Especially because I think, wasn't it like was it a Christmas episode where they where she like in the first season, the Christmas episode where like they met or something? Was it a Christmas one? Because that would have been
the first season Christmas episode where Riley first comes up with a plan to get Katie and Sean together.
Yeah, so it would have been cool that, like, 2 Christmases later or something, they're like together. So, and then we could have seen a scene of, I don't know, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
I feel like they didn't, I don't know. I think that could have been a moment and they missed it. So I don't really have final thoughts about this episode. Do you?
Not really. I mean, I found Smackle's gift to Maya interesting that she came up with it, but then again, Smackle's kind of an oddball. I love her, but but it was still like Say's gift to her. It was sweet that how and creative that she came up with it. And, and then I guess the butterfly thing at the end. First of all, that in the when she says that before when she said at the beginning or near the beginning that it used to be butterflies, and then she like covers her mouth. Actually, I thought Rowan did a good that was funny the way she pulled that off. And so at the end of them being butterflies, I don't know how. Like, I guess we're just supposed to suspend our disbelief for that, but like, yeah. And also, if that was Lucas who did that, how did he do that? We didn't even see him, but anyways. Yeah. And also, I'll just say I like the scene at the end with Augie and Riley. Like, it was a sweet brother-sister scene.
Oh, yeah, that was so cute. Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, so hi, everyone. Say hi. I can't, there's too many people. I can't say hi to everyone, but
hi.
Yeah, hi. Bleed Creeks, there you go. Shout out to Bleed Creeks. And Osteologist, hi. She's so nice. She's such a this girl, she goes by Osteologist, or Audrey on YouTube. Audrey the Osteologist, very, very nice girl, very good singer. So, hi. I think let's see if somebody might have said something about the episode. Klutze. Topanga was definitely in charge of the relationship of Corpanga. Yeah, of course, because it's Topanga.
Which episode?
She just said in general, I think that Topanga's in charge of their relationship. And then she said, he or she said, imagine a new show called Maya Hunter or Girl Meets London. that could be like a TV movie, I think. Yeah. If they actually went to London, but we know what happened.
I definitely have final thoughts about that. Not to jump ahead.
Yeah. Shanti. Oh, okay. She's calling like Sean, or he or she is calling Sean and Katie Shanti. I call them what did I call him? I called him something else, like
Shady, I think I've heard.
Shady. I called him Shady.
I don't know. I don't know if I heard someone else say that or what, but I don't know.
And then Klutzy. Oh, I didn't watch the last episode fully. I was too upset. Oh shoot. You need to watch. Okay, you need to stop watching this after show because we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about the last episode. We're gonna have spoilers. So yeah, spoiler alert in case anyone didn't know. Please don't watch this if you haven't seen the episodes because we're gonna.
Yeah.
I forgot to give a spoiler warning. So the next episode we're gonna talk about is sorry, that's enough. Episode 20, Girl Meets Sweet 16.
Just quickly, what did you think of them doing that episode? The World Meets Girl.
It was cool, especially because I've been to the taping, so it's kind of cool just for other people who don't get to go, just for them to see what it's like, kind of have an idea, and just I don't know, it was cool for them to talk to the fans. It was it was cute, and I know it's like something that a lot of fans would like. So I like the behind the scenes stuff, and I liked it.
I don't know what, but I think I was expecting more with that episode. Maybe more behind the scenes stuff, more bloopers, or more. I don't know, but anyways, but it was good.
Yeah, I would have loved more bloopers. I love bloopers, especially because I got to see a bunch of them when the tapings. Because there's so many funny moments, with Ben and Rowan. They're like the worst at not laughing. They just can't hold it a lot, so they had to redo scenes a lot because of them too. And then when they were making each other laugh, oh my gosh, it was funny. But yeah, I miss that. Oh, that's why I'm so bummed that the show's over. I can't go and see that, but maybe they'll bring it back to Netflix. Okay, so let's talk about Girl Meets Sweet 16. Positives. You go first.
I'll just start a first thought I had for this episode. Probably the most misleading description they've ever had. And really, Sweet 16, they're only in the 9th grade.
Yeah.
This makes as much sense as when Maya turned 14 when they were in the 7th grade. So I was kind of happy with how they went with that in a way. It was kind of a different take on the Sweet 16 thing. But so, and I'll say Riley's yellow dress she wears for most of the episode. This was before Beauty and the Beast came out, and it kind of reminded me of Belle's, that infamous yellow dress that Belle wears in Beauty and the Beast. So that I couldn't help but think of that. I was looking forward to that movie. So. And I saw it opening weekend. I'm like, yeah. But anyways, back to the show. I don't know, the fact that at first they all want to jump ahead, or Riley wants to jump ahead, and then I don't know what to say really. I appreciate Corey's lesson for the classroom and how he makes them dive into it. Not sure how it relates to history, but anyways, yeah, that's just the show. But yeah, and then I guess I'm all over the place, but I like the next, how everyone has their different takes on different what they feel about the future, what they want for the future, and going into the coffee house scene with first funny element, I liked Smackle kind of powering down, and then Zay I found that funny, and that was a good physical comedy there on both their parts. And then at the end of that scene, Riley and Maya doing all three of the girls doing the same thing. And I'm like, are the guys the realistic ones in this group? they're the girls are the dreamers, I guess. It wasn't interesting. And I liked how Riley and Maya's unwavering confidence in their friendship, and the fact that they'll never leave each other in the future, but then she's not sure of her and Lucas, which I think everyone, so that was, that was interesting, and I liked how they played that out too. And again, like Smackle questioning, or both Farkle and Smackle questioning like going with the assignment and what was it? How they were calculating it scientifically, and then Riley and Lucas, even though they just said they were unsure of their future, they hold hands in the next scene, and they're like, "Wait, feelings? That's something we can't calculate." So that, and I kind of liked the role Lucas plays in getting Snackle to figure out that she really truly likes Farkle, and Farkle saying that I'll step aside if like she like that. That was sweet, and I liked how Lucas said you and to Farkle. She says you and Riley feel things more deeply than anyone I've ever met. So I like that parallel with the two of them, Farkle and Riley. I don't know. Riley's realization how she doesn't want the change after all. Like she realizes everyone's going, like Farkle and Snackle, like going to Princeton or Sweden, and she's like, "What's the difference? They're leaving," and so then her wanting to backtrack is like, "No, we're just gonna stay the same," which is definitely relatable. And that goes back to the theme of Bay Window last season too. So, and then Maya just is backing up Riley's like you hear like that's what's gonna happen. So, and then I guess the end is a sad scene. The end of that episode with Topanga's announcement.
Yeah.
And I'd say it was well acted, but it was probably, considering the end of the series for the cast was coming, they probably felt a lot of that emotion for real. But it was still a well done scene, and I think Danielle is the one who directed this episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I saw that again when
Oh, awesome.
And I think Ben directed Christmas Maya.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so they got there. And what else? Anyways, you go ahead with your positives.
Oh, before I forget, I forgot to tell you. I actually got to work with the actor who plays Charlie, Tanner. I was working on this new. Can't say that much about it, but it's like a spin-off of the Goldbergs. And
who's Charlie Tanner?
No, Tanner's the actor who played Charlie on Girl Meets World.
Charlie, who's Charlie?
You don't remember Charlie? You liked the one that liked Riley in the second season?
Charlie. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm not there. It's been a while. It's okay, Charlie.
Oh, it's okay. But yeah, like he was. We were doing some scenes or whatever, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's Charlie!" It was cool. And I just told him, like, I was like, "Oh, you weren't." I was like, "You were on Girl Meets World, right?" And he's like, "Yeah," because I saw him in Game Shakers too. And I was like, "Oh, and I saw him in Game Shakers," and I was like, "I loved your character." I was kind of bummed that like, you didn't really like, you and Riley didn't work out and stuff. And he's like, "Oh, thank you." He's like, it seems like a lot of people actually hated my character. Like he was really creepy or something. And I was like, "Oh, well, I didn't think you were creepy, but he actually like knew. I guess some people like were saying that about his character. So he actually like, he knows. In case any of you are saying that Charlie was creepy, Tanner, the actor, he knows what you guys were saying. So yeah, it was cool. He was really nice. Like, I had, like, me and some other friends worked with him, and he was really like cool and down to earth. And then I worked on another episode of the Goldbergs, and it was the one that like Rowan was on, so she was there on set, but I didn't get to talk to her because she was kind of like far away from me on the scene. But I was like, "Oh, that's cool! Like I get to like kind of work on the same episode with Rowan." So yeah, it was cool. So
yeah, I haven't seen that episode yet. I just saw clips. I haven't.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see her in another role.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay, so let's let's see, my positives. I thought the first scene was really funny, like in the bay window with like her and Maya. Just like they're just really good together with their comedic timing.
Yeah.
And then when Topanga, she's like, "What kind of an idiot gives up a great school for somebody else?" That was good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I
Oh.
forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
And then freaking Corey comes in talking about stupid socks. It's like, oh god, I gave up Yale for that. No, but she said she would do it all over again. Although at the time when it happened on Boy Meets World, I was like, "Are you crazy?" Because I was like Topanga, like in school, I was a very good student. I would probably not give up college for
No.
a guy. So I was kind of mad at her that she did that. I'm like, "You're such a good student. Why would you do that?" But it's her decision. And then I did like that, Lucas kind of did that little thing to try to get like Smackle to like admit that she, really liked Farkle. But then in a way, like it was good that he did that, that he kind of helped them with that. But then I was like, in a way, it's kind of like, I don't know, like kind of messed up in a way. It's kind of like three-way calling. Like, okay, so when like when you were younger, you would like three-way call someone, and like the other person would be on the other line. They wouldn't know. Oh, so do you like this person? And then like, because if I was a person that they're trying to like call and ask that, and I don't know the other person's there, like I feel kind of like betrayed or something. Like I feel like it's a little shady, but I mean, I guess they did it for good cause. But I'm surprised she like didn't get mad, like you don't trust me or whatever. But it was cute. And then let's see. Well, I mean, I was, just for career reasons, I thought it was good that Topanga did get the promotion because she's, that she was offered it because she is, she's always been very, hardworking, smart, since like she like definitely deserves it. So it's like just happy for her. But yeah, I know it's hard for the rest of the family. So yeah, and then negatives. What the heck did I just write? Oh, okay. So yeah, we'll go with the negatives. So we'll start with you.
Negatives. What? I don't know. I guess, well, maybe like the same as you with the Lucas orchestrating this, and then Farkle just popping up behind the counter. I don't know. Well, that was
like I feel like if it was like an honest thing, like they're just having a conversation or something, and like it wasn't really kind of like this whole plan, and they were just like having a conversation, like he just like, okay, let me see if I can like get her to say it or something, then I think that would be fine. But like it's like the boyfriend helped plan this thing. It's a little more like, what, you don't trust me or something like that. So yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if I probably don't have that many more. Other than the two socks thing with Corey, I guess it was funny, but it's just goes back to what I don't like when they write Corey like this. I like the more genuine moments, more kind of like what I said about Riley. So I don't like when they write this silly Corey because like he's going back to like the first half of Boy Meets World. He was definitely the character I related to the most. Just that average guy kind of. So So yeah, just but I don't know. I guess that's it. I don't
know. So my negatives, just like I guess Riley being like so like against change, like just I think like when she was like nobody move, like I was just like, girl, I'm sorry, like that's life, like you can't, things happen, you can't just be so. I wanted to like shake her, like so that was just like bothering me. She was just like so like against it. So yeah, so I think that's about it. about for my negative. So final thoughts. Do you have any?
Just I don't know. This kind of goes into the next episode, so but it continues into the next episode. So, but I hang on. I was just thinking of something. Anyways, I forgot it. So, anyways,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You have anything?
Just that Augie looked like a troll.
Oh,
When he came with this hair day, reminded me of those trolls from the 90s.
oh, I think, and I don't know if that was meant to on purpose be, but that his hair like that was, I think, supposed to remind us of Corey's. The Alternative Friends episode, I think, or
yeah, what's it? Brillo head, they call him, like, or something.
Yeah, where he changes his hair.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, so before we move on to A Girl Meets Goodbye, we're gonna have a lot to say. I'll just read Klutze is saying a lot. Let's see. You're gonna go see Sabrina. That's awesome. She says, or he or she says that they have the same white earphones that you have. Woo. And Girl Meets. Oh yeah, our Girl Meets London. And that I guess they don't care about us spoiling it. And Zero Cool says, I was surprised it didn't go longer. It was a decent follow-up to the original show. Yeah, hopefully it will maybe continue on Netflix or something. And then Klutze said, Disney shows only lasted to 4 seasons, and Disney was rude. It got rid of their biggest show, Girl Meets World, for, what's it called, Ladybug, then Bizaardvark. Okay, I don't know what that is. I'm so upset it ended, yet happy because I'm going to Sabrina in a couple of weeks, so at the Vamps concert, so have fun doing that. That's awesome. Girl Meets Beauty and the Beast. Okay, as a fan fiction movie trailer. Oh, that'll be interesting. I wonder who would play the Beast. And then Klutz said they need a reunion episode when they all have jobs. Maya and Lucas are together. What? Maya and Lucas? Zayn has a girlfriend, and Farkle and Smackle have 2 kids, and they all have jobs. And Charlie moves to London, and Riley and Charlie end up together somehow. I need a reunion when they all have jobs, like 10 years later episode. Okay, so I guess you want Maya and Lucas to be together. I do like Charlie, so I guess I wouldn't mind if he ended up with Riley.
Oh, I will say, I feel like Christmas Maya, I think they have brought back the triangle thing when Maya picks the name that she got, and she's like, I'm not even gonna tell you if it was a him or her, and she does that her thing. So, and then we see her smile. So I'm like, I said it when we did that after show, like that the triangle wasn't necessarily over. If obviously the show's so, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was like, did I hear right? Did she say her? And then he or she asks Klutze, Lukaya or Ruckus? I don't know. I think they're both cute, so I don't know. I think I wouldn't. I don't know. I like both. It's hard for me to pick. And then just found out my best friend's brother and sister have just died. What? Okay, I'm really sorry that happened. I don't know if that you're joking, but if it's serious, I'm really sorry. Maybe just you should probably like go and be with your best friend right now, because that's really, really sad. Yeah. So I'm really sorry that happened. So go be with your best friend. You can watch this later. I'm really sorry. Why Cats Vlogs, hi, hello, and I think that we're caught up. So we're going to talk about Girl Meets Goodbye. Lots of notes. Okay, Emily, you start.
Okay, I'm just going to start by quoting Smackle and then Zay. Also, I'm feeling the feelings. Anyways, Yeah, that was funny when
Yeah.
she said that. And I liked Smackle's evolution from when we first met her to like the last scene with her and Riley.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just gonna jump right in and start off with Eric and Feeney.
Oh yeah.
We didn't get the Feeney call, but in a way, what we got, like their dynamic was like it was as if Boy Meets World ended yesterday and we just saw them, and they're back and forth. Yeah, it couldn't have been written better.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course everyone else being back, especially Sean, and seeing, because in a way this has been Girl Meets World was a wrap up for him too.
Mm-hmm.
And then I liked how he forgoed kind of giving Topanga the advice and just went with, I'm gonna tell Maya that I'm adopting her, and that was just sitting there. And then of course, so we get the wrap up of their little family, and Maya gets her happy ending, and then Mr. Turner and Sean finally have a reunion. And him meeting Katie. So yeah, just, and then the two Morgans. There was inside jokes with that, and they definitely did that well. I liked the tag team thing they did with the advice to Augie.
Yeah.
And well, just how I guess going back to the classroom with Corey, that's time for the lesson of Belgium 1831. And so I guess this was a lesson meant for like the series finale, so a bittersweet there.
Mm-hmm.
I liked how this could have been a private moment between the two of them, Corey and Riley, but I liked how he said that it's Topanga will make the right decision for all of us, but no matter what, we go with her. So I liked how he said that, and I liked how he was respecting that. Obviously, he would. Didn't see it go any other way. But yeah, that could have been a private scene between Corey and Riley. But anyways, a lot of things can be private scenes.
Yeah, like all the stuff in the classroom.
Yeah.
Drama.
And I like the dynamic of everything that happened with the six friends, and then just the funny bit in the opening. Riley's like, "What? You're too far apart now."
Yeah.
And I don't know. I liked how everyone, how everyone was back. I don't know. I'm not sure what Harley was doing there, and there was definitely, this goes into negatives, but key points. There was definitely a key character missing from Topanga's life, but more on that in negatives. Considering he didn't say anything, why was Harley there? But anyways.
Yeah.
Because Harley's more connected to Corey and Sean, not really Topanga. But anyways.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't matter. Anyways. I liked what's their name? Oh, what are their names? What are their parents' names?
Alan and
Alan
Amy.
and Amy. Alan and Amy. Yeah, obviously. I like them being back, and then how, yeah, Amy at the end, she's like, "Don't take my grandchildren away from me," or something.
Oh yeah, and the Maya's like, "Me too, me too."
Yeah, and then she hugs both of them. So yeah, that was.
Yeah, that was funny.
Oh, and then God, I'm all over the place here. But I liked when Maya hugs now both her parents, and she's like, "I'm Maya Hunter now," and she's like, "I'm going with them to London." So yeah, of course. And what else? There's I don't know. There's so much more. But
Keep going.
well, I have a lot of more,
I have a lot of notes too, so.
I'm going to talk about more Topanga's decision and final thoughts. So
okay, I mean, if it's in that section, then we'll get to it. But do you still have more positives?
Well, I have more. Like, I definitely I liked the dynamics between the 6 friends. Going back to that with like I said, I already started with Smackle saying what she says to Riley about like, and we see her evolution of how she's understanding feelings again, and then this is the first time she's initiated the hug for Riley. Usually Riley's the one who initiates it, so that was sweet. We see a nice wrap up for Riley and Lucas on the stairs. A private moment between them. Maybe we could have gotten a kiss.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. That's in my notes. Hello, what the heck?
But I mean, it was still sweet, and
like, don't be so Disney that like they can't even kiss. Come on, man. One kiss.
Yeah. Yeah. And anyways, and then so what I liked what Riley said to Zay about their circle of friends not being complete until he showed up, and then well, I think Zay says what his goodbye piece to Riley, I guess, which was so I guess they're all expecting her to leave at this point. So, and then the bay window scene. Well, Riley and Maya walk in on Augie and Ava's moment. Well, we both have our feelings about Ava, but it was a sweet scene, a little. But and anyways, I liked how again they're probably not acting that here. They felt it as the actors, but I liked how, or not liked, but like how they weren't, Riley and Maya weren't, they just kind of hugged and cried with each other. They didn't actually say any final words, but then like what's there to say really? So that was a nice scene. And then I don't know. Well, I guess everyone's advice to Topanga, I mean, in a way, they all basically said like just follow your heart. Like that was like obviously well, Eric Schlinger said it, but like they were all saying it. And anyways, I appreciate Feeney listing off all the reasons they should go, and then they're like, "Well, you didn't listen to me about Yale," so. And yeah, I mean, Eric is such a scene stealer. Like just the way he walked in, his first scene with his interaction with Feeney, and then coming in to give his piece of advice. Yeah. Anyways, I think that's a good place to wrap up for my positives. So you go ahead. I might jump in, but
okay. Okay, Klutze, you're a girl. Please finish the episode. You need to finish watching the episode because she doesn't know how it ends, and she thinks it ended a certain way and it didn't end. So you need to finish watching it. Okay, so we're gonna spoil it. We might spoil it, but yeah, you need to finish watching it. So positives, I'm gonna go into like all the cameos and stuff because they were awesome. So I cried several times, like when I watched it right now, because I watched it again right now, before this, so I cried again. I cried when I saw Mr. Feeney. Oh my god. And then Eric and Feeney reunion. Like I've been dying for that on Girl Meets World. It's like it had to happen. It finally happened, and then it was really funny with Eric trying to do the Feeney call, but then he couldn't. And then when he was like, I don't know, he said like, "You taught me everything" or something, but why don't I know anything or something like that.
Yeah, that whole scene was just perfect. I couldn't have written it better myself.
And then the other reunion that I've been wanting to see, Sean and Mr. Turner.
Yeah.
That one made me cry too, especially when well, oh my gosh, when Mr. Turner is like, oh, I wanted to adopt Sean, I was like, oh god. Oh my gosh, I love it. And then the hug, and then when he's like, oh, I love saying that, Sean's wife. I was like, oh, it's so sweet. Oh my gosh, I love them. So I was happy we finally got to see that too. So that was really nice that they had that in the finale, because I know a lot of people were dying to see those little reunions right there. And the two Morgans, they had like really good lines, like, oh, I don't think we've ever been in the same place ever. And then when they were like tag teaming, and then like at the older Morgan, or the blonde one, she was like, oh, you're the only one they hold on to. And then the other one comes in, she's like, or not. And then when Augie, like when they're talking to Augie, he's like, there gonna be two of me. They're like freaking out. That was really funny too. And then, oh my gosh, then I cried when, oh my gosh, someone's crying in this like cameo section, but like when Sean, told Maya, when she found out she was gonna be adopted, I was like, oh my god, finally, awesome. And then when Mr. Feeney was talking to like Topanga and how like she was always the best test taker, and then Corey, of course, he's like, what about me? That was really funny. And then Eric gave really good advice, because it's the advice that I give to people too. It's like, listen to your heart, but then he also said go to your quiet place. That's also like a good piece of advice. It's like sometimes people come to me for advice, and I'm like, I can't really tell you what to do. You just gotta follow your heart. Listen to your heart. So, so every kids watching, Eric gave good advice. Go to your quiet place and stuff. So yeah. And then the scene with like Smackle and Riley, when she was like thanking her for like having these feelings, and she started crying because like she had never really cared so much about something or whatever. And then like the hug, I was like, oh my god, it's so sweet. And then yeah, like what you said too about how like Riley told Zay that the circle of friends was incomplete until he showed up, and I was like, oh my god, like crying, like all these like touching moments in this episode. What the heck? And then oh my gosh, I loved, because it kind of like brought it back to the series finale of Boy Meets World, when Corey was talking about the advice he gave to Josh, and then they like then the girls are like, oh, Girl Meets World, now we get it. They said the same thing, so I thought that was really cool how they kind of referenced the series finale of Boy Meets World. And then the little cameo from Daniel Jacobs, Michael Jacobs' son, at the end, who played Josh in the series finale. And oh yeah, Josh, duh, like I love Josh, so
Yeah.
happy to see him. He didn't have a lot of lines, but it was so cool to see him. And then Maya's like very happy that he was gonna replace Riley. She like cheered up real quick, which is like, life moves fast. So yeah, lots of positives. I love the cameos and stuff. So yeah, lots of crying in this episode. So let's talk about negatives.
Yeah. Well, not a lot of negatives, really. But there was a key person missing, like I said, from Topanga's life, and that is Angela. This was about Topanga, and so why wasn't her former best friend there? I mean, she's married too, like Sean. Like, it's not like they don't. This wasn't about Angela and Sean. This would have been about Angela and Topanga's relationship. So, anyways,
yeah, it's like I don't even think they're best friends anymore. Like, I guess they drifted apart or something. Because like in Hurricane, she didn't even like really see Topanga.
yeah.
They didn't bond.
That was definitely a negative from that episode too. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are things they could have left out of that episode for a Topanga Angela scene. But yeah, maybe. And then, well, the obvious negative, Girl Meets World, this is quite possibly the end. So, I don't know. That's it. Really, I mean.
That it's the end. For now.
I definitely have more of that in Final Thoughts, but yeah. Anyways.
They need to go at least to college. Come on, man. Just like
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Well, the end scene with in the coffee house, or one of the last scene
Oh.
with Corey. They flash back on the Boy Meets World. Like, this felt more of a continuation off of that episode than it did necessarily the end of Girl Meets World. So I don't know, which is good. Like, I like that they left it open ended like that. But I mean, I felt what he was saying maybe a little cheesy. So, but I mean, you know, a little cheesiness never hurt anyone, I guess. I mean,
I do think it was kind of cool that they had like the different characters say that, like, that line from the last episode, like Katie said a piece, and so that was cool.
I wonder why they didn't give a piece to Sean to say. He just was silent in that episode. Yeah, but I guess he passed it on to Katie. So yeah. Anyway, that's it, I guess, for negatives.
Okay. So negatives, it's actually what I have one that's like, okay, because it has to do with Eric and Mr. Feeney, okay? Because I did want to see a reunion, and it was funny, the scene, but I felt like, why are they, like, mad at each other? like, I mean, if they would have resolved that at the end, like, they were, like, getting along. But I was just, like, kind of confused. Like, even though it was funny, I was like, why do you, like, hate each other, not talking to each other? It's really weird. Like, it was kind of out of nowhere. But then, like, if maybe, like, later on they would have, like, had a little scene and talked about, you know, why they're mad at each other, resolved, and then at the end they're, like, happy again. Like, I would have liked that better. But then, like, they never resolved it, so I'm, like, left thinking, like, what happened with Eric and Mr. Feeney? Why are they, like, not talking? That made me kind of sad, because when they were like, I'm not talking to you, or something like that, it reminded me of, like, the Boy Meets World episode where, like, everyone was fighting, and they're like, I'm not talking to you, well, I'm not talking to you. You know, kind of reminded me of that, but, like, it never got resolved, so I'm like, what, why are they, like, mad at each other? So that just, because I was looking forward to that reunion, but I thought it would be more happy. So, yeah, like, I would have liked it better if they would have, you know, if that's fine, they started, like, fighting or whatever, or mad at each other, but then I would have liked it if, like, later on in the episode they resolved whatever issue they had. So I was just a little confused about that. And then okay, Riley and Lucas, no kiss. It just seemed like they weren't really boyfriend and girlfriend. They seemed more like friends. So I'm like, why are you guys calling each other boyfriend and girlfriend? You don't seem like you're boyfriend and girlfriend. Not holding hands, not kissing. It just seemed like it wasn't really a relationship. And then, like, especially in this moment where, like, your girlfriend, you know, is gonna move away, I think you would have wanted to kiss her. Like, oh my gosh. And I know it's Disney, but haven't there been, like, other shows where couples kiss and hold hands?
Yeah.
Like, why does on Girl Meets World they have to be super, like, conservative, super, like, okay, we can't even hold hands, we can't even, like, kiss? Like, what? Like, what is it about this show that they can't even do that, but they'll kiss on other shows? So I don't understand that. Like, and they did it on Boy Meets World, so I don't know, like, Michael Jacobs, all of a sudden you're like, I don't want these kids to kiss when they kissed on Boy Meets World. I don't know.
I think this is more has to do with Disney Channel rather than.
But don't they kiss on other shows, like other couples?
I think a little bit. I think they've done it. I think they.
And, like, not even hold hands. That's the thing.
Yeah, I
like,
know.
they don't even seem like a couple. Like, the only time they seem like a couple is when somebody brought up that they were a couple. It's like, oh, they're still a couple? Because I was confused because they didn't seem like a couple. Like, they're just, like, hang out, but, like, in groups. They're never really, like, alone, go on dates, hold hands, nothing. So I'm like, oh, like, whenever I would hear somebody reference them as a couple, I'm like, okay, that's good to know because I had no idea. So thank you for keeping me updated. But yeah, it's just like, I feel like in that moment you would kiss, and it doesn't have to be like a long kiss, at least like a little kiss on the cheek or like peck on the lips. Doesn't have to be tongue or anything, but just something, because it's like, if I was in their position, my boyfriend was leaving, I would at least want one kiss before you go. So yeah. But that was just like, not just in that episode, but just like throughout their whole relationship, they didn't really seem like they were boyfriend and girlfriend. So it was just kind of annoying to me, because I feel like in other like Disney shows, you can tell if a couple's dating, like they seem more like they're actually dating. In this one, it's like you have to be told that they're dating because they don't really seem like they're dating. So yeah, those are my negatives. So.
And I think, and also on that front, we never saw a kiss in Gormless World between Cory and Topanga.
Huh? What was that?
We never saw a kiss between Cory and Topanga in Gormless World. Like, we never, like, I think maybe a peck or something, but we saw more of a kiss. We actually saw Sean and Katie kiss, but not Cory and Topanga.
Yeah, it was like they kissed like on their wedding and the engagement, I think.
Yeah.
But I think that's about it, right?
But nothing for Cory and Topanga.
That's crazy. Like maybe because it's on Disney and not ABC, but because like Boy Meets World is on ABC, but like freaking when they were in middle school, when they were younger than these kids, Cory and Topanga I think kissed. Like come on, what the heck? Oh.
But they had no problem writing for Sean and Katie, so why not Cory and Topanga? Like this is the couple that we love.
Yeah, it's so weird. We need to talk to Michael Jacobs if I ever run into him or anybody from Girl Meets World again, because I've met quite a bit of them and I never asked. I should have asked that. I should have asked Danielle that when I met her. Dang it. I'll keep that in mind next time I see them. Maybe they'll answer my question. Thank you. Now I have something to talk about. Anything else you want to say about that?
I don't know. I think that's it. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So final thoughts. Do you have any?
Yeah. Well, Topanga's decision. Okay. Spoiler alert for this. I guess we'll do that. We'll do that again.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. We're gonna talk about the end of the episode.
Topanga's decision. I mean, if this really is the end of the series, I think. Okay. First of all, she decides that they're staying, but I think if this is the end of the series, I'm kind of rewriting the show here. But like, if this is the end of the series, it very much could have ended with them going to London, with her taking the job, and then with shows now, there's a trend of shows coming back. Fast forward a few years to like the end of high school, we could see Riley and the family come back to New York, and then before they all go their separate ways after high school. So that could be like a 2-hour movie or something.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like Topanga said, like if they would have gone to London, then maybe later they would have made her the head of the office or whatever, head of whatever in New York. She could have transferred back or something.
And then it will say, well, great acting on everyone's part with the dramatic scenes, and especially Danielle as Topanga when she's And well, I'm thinking, with everything, but like with her announcing the decision, and then at the end of Sweet 16, with how she says, "Yeah, girls, there is a decision here." I'll say like, there's more life left in this show, like. There's more stories to tell here. Like this, it shouldn't be over. I mean, this show has it wasn't perfect. It definitely had things. We both have complaints about what things they've done. But when Girl Meets World got it right, they really got it right, and you felt the emotion. You felt that you love the relationships, mostly the friendships, because like the relationships they kind of lack in that area. finishing that off. But yeah, like Riley and Maya's friendship, they definitely did that right. The chemistry between the two actors, yeah. And, so yeah, I think there's definitely more with this show. So, but unfortunately I do think it is the end, considering we haven't heard anything. It's been months, but I don't want I don't know.
Well, there might be hope. We just gotta wait because
Yeah.
a show I loved, Cartoon Network, Young Justice. It was a cartoon. It ended years ago, and the writers, like, we were really mad because it was a really good show. So the writers encouraged people to watch the first 2 seasons on Netflix, to watch them over and over and over again, to like let them know that like people still like this show. So now they announced last year that they're gonna bring back season 3. So it was like 3 or 4 years since it ended, so we might have to wait.
Yeah.
And by the time they come back, they might be in college already, or like senior year of high school. So,
well, yeah, that plays into my prediction about the. So maybe we won't get a season 4, but like a 2-hour movie thing.
Yeah,
so,
that would be nice because it felt like it ended too soon.
Yeah,
it's not. Oh, so annoying.
Because this almost felt like a second wrap up to Boy Meets World rather than Girl Meets World. So,
yeah,
the end of Boy Meets World was pretty perfect with them doing the flashbacks and saying all. Girl Meets World still feels like there's life. Like I already said that. It already feels like there's more to tell.
Yeah. And
moving on to another network, like they could actually write maybe something better and not be so
Disney.
Disney-ish.
Yeah, maybe it's a good thing because, like, yeah, if they're gonna like start, if they're in high school, facing more adult situations, like teenage situations, like you can't really have them on Disney. So it'd be good if they could have it somewhere like, Freeform or somewhere where they could have that kind of stuff. Because Boy Meets World, like I liked it, like the way they like handled a lot of issues and they brought up different issues and stuff like that. But they never went like too serious or too dark. They did it perfectly.
Did. But the balance was. They sometimes did, but the balance of Boy Meets World was definitely they balanced the dramatic and the comedic perfectly.
Yeah.
And some of the dramatic moments in Girl Meets World felt heavy-handed first, but yeah. But all of the cast has all improved so much. The younger cast.
Oh yeah.
Especially Rowan, you can definitely see her improvement as an actor. Like I love her comedic timing, but I also. That's the other thing. We never got an arc for Riley.
Yeah.
She gets these 1-episode arcs, but we never got an arc for Riley. That last, there's, anyways.
Yeah. Bring it back.
And also to comment on your negative about Eric and Feeny being mad at each other. I'm not sure we're meant to understand that. Like Eric's kind of he's a weird character, to say the least. I mean, he can be. I love him. I mean, I think that was supposed to be us on the outside looking in as the audience, and I'm not sure they were really mad at each other. Maybe it was because they didn't keep in touch. I don't know, but maybe they weren't really mad at each other. That was just Eric being Eric, and then Feeny going. I don't know, but I'm not sure it was meant to be a serious thing to dissect.
It just made me a little sad because like the last time we saw them together it was in the season finale of series finale of Boy Meets World, and it was so loving and such a touching moment when they like hugged each other, and then it went from that like beautiful touching and then to like wow, like you're screaming at each other. I'm like, what happened? Oh my god, I don't like seeing you guys mad at each other. So to me it was just like, oh. So I guess we'll never know. I will ask I should have asked William Daniels that. Dang it, I missed. Oh, I'm so stupid. Why didn't I remember? Well, I might see him again this weekend because he's doing an event with Kit from Knight Rider because he voiced the car. So there's going to be an event in LA next weekend, and he's going to be there again. So I'm going to try to go, and maybe I can ask him. But his wife might need to help him out. He's going to be like, what? What is she talking about? Because he had his wife help him a lot. So
Oh, okay.
now I know. I'll have that in my head if I see him again.
Yeah, ask him if the writers explain that, or if maybe they just that was like a what do you call that when the actors go off script.
Oh, like improv, ad libbing.
Yeah, improv ad libbing. So maybe that was part of that, or maybe
Yeah.
like what Michael Jacobs had in mind there.
I'm so
Or he just
stupid.
let
I've like encountered all these Girl Meets World actors and I haven't asked them these questions. Why?
Maybe he just let Will Friedle go off script there and do his thing because he's so funny. So
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Maybe Will's the one to ask about that.
Yeah, but I haven't seen Will. Maybe he'll be there. That'll be cool. I'll just like stay at the event the entire day and see if I see Will Friedle. I'll be like, Will. Do you have any other final thoughts or?
Well, yeah, well, I don't know. I guess everything. I guess I'm glad that Topanga chose to stay. But at the same time, like I already said, if it really is over, why not have them move to London?
Yeah.
So, and then the end of this, the end of the back in the classroom with the 6 of them, and how Farkle rubs off the what's on the board. It's like not yet. So that was good. Like we always see him rub it off, but because he's angry this time, it's like, well, it's not time yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I like how they left it open-ended. And then when Riley and Maya are having their end scene in the coffee house, and we just see Corey and Sean in the background watching them. Like this is like, well, this was us, and I mean, kind of like them reminiscing without even saying anything. It would have been nice to have Corey and Sean scene, but we didn't really need it. Like we saw it already, and so that was a good subtle way. See, Grimmer's World can't do subtlety. It's too bad they went over the top in other areas. Yeah. But anyways, it's a good show. I hope it does come back for season 4 or a movie.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
And that's it?
Yeah, I think that's probably it.
Oh.
So you have final thoughts?
Well, I felt bad for Harley and Minkus because they were there and it was nice to see them, but they didn't say anything. So
I know.
I was like,
I would have liked more from Minkus. Yeah, I would have liked more from Minkus.
So yeah, it was cool to see him.
I don't think Freckles' mom wasn't there, right?
Yeah, she was there. Yeah, Jennifer, I think her name is.
Yeah, we could have seen her again. Yeah. But I mean, I would have chosen Angela over her.
Yeah, and the other person
could they not have gotten her? Could they not have gotten her? Or, I don't know.
Yeah, I think they just drifted away. Like I was like drifted apart as friends because like that's how that's why I probably think she wasn't on there. And then another person that like who wasn't in the episode and who wasn't in the entire series that I thought was gonna be back was Rachel. Because I did talk to Maitland, like I talked to her at Long Beach Comic Con, and there's videos on my channels, both of them, about me talking to her, and I asked her about like, are we gonna see you on Girl Meets World? And she's like, oh, like we're talking about it, like hopefully. Basically, she made it seem like it's a possibility, and I kind of feel bad for her that like never happened. So yeah, especially it would have been cool if like she would have been in an episode of like Jack and Eric. So yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. Like for me personally, I would have preferred that they go to London because that's just how I am. That's probably what I would have picked, is go to London because I like traveling and living in different places and stuff. But yeah, and especially like kind of like you said, if it's gonna be the last episode anyway, like why not? But it would have been interesting. But I think also like they probably didn't do it also just for practical reasons because like they shoot the show in LA, so it's like they're probably not going to move everyone to London to shoot it there, and so I think that's like another reason they probably didn't choose that decision. But comparing like this maybe series finale with the Boy Meets World one. Like, even though I did cry, it doesn't compare. Like, Boy Meets World one was so much better because, like, you know, it was really like, because I think they like ended it at the right time. Like, Girl Meets World just feels like they ended it just too soon, you know. And you know, they had the moment with Mr. Feeney and stuff like that. It'd be cool if, like, you know, Girl Meets World does go on longer, and then they kind of have that same moment, but with Corey. And then they all go to talk to Corey about how, like, oh, you're more of a father to me. Like, I could, you know, Topanga, she told Mr. Feeney, she's like, you were more of a father to me than my own dad. And so, like, Maya probably could have said the same thing to Corey. But until, you know, before Sean came into her life, you know, you were more of a dad to me than my own dad, you know. She could have said the same thing. So it would have been, like, cool if they kind of did something similar. Not all the exact same lines, but just, like, that would have made me cry, too. But yeah, hopefully, you know, Netflix, Hulu, there's different options, Amazon, there's a lot of different venues. So hopefully one company will think of picking it up, because I don't know, it's so dumb that they ended it, because yeah, I know they have that like 3 or 4 season rule, but it was like one of their highest rated shows. So, and I mean, I don't know why anyone else wouldn't pick it up. It's like, oh, we have a high rated show that wants to be on our network. Like, okay, sure, you know, it's not like it's a low rating show that wants to be on your network, like, or platform or whatever. So I don't know why. Maybe the money issues, they're not getting the money they want. I don't know, but hopefully something works out. But that's all my final thoughts. So
we'll say, adding to the fact that they should have gone to London. Riley and Maya both have expressed interest in traveling in past episodes, and Riley is such a make lemonade out of lemons person that once the initial shock of the change wore off, you'd think she would have thought of that aspect and like, well, I do want to travel, so this could be a step in that direction.
yeah.
So it's interesting. Like, they could have put that in the script too, something else. Like,
I could see her like totally, yeah, like at first she would be sad, but after a while, like she comes to visit or they go visit her, she would like totally be like, yeah, London is awesome, and like speaking in a British accent and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I could see her like.
Well, she already did that in one episode of Boy Meets World. She spoke in that British accent. Was it New Year's? Or,
I don't remember.
Or when they were the Sense and Sensibility thing, or
I don't remember.
Was it?
Oh gosh.
It was I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was New Year's when Charlie was back.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, but like, yeah, I could totally see her doing that, getting on that accent. So she would totally do that. Yeah. But I mean, both of them have expressed interest in traveling. So why? Like, yeah, it'd be sad to leave. Change sucks, but I mean, you want to travel. This could have been an opening here. So.
Yeah, I know. And it just would have been interesting, just for the show to be in like a new environment, new people to meet and stuff like that. A new British guy, a new British Charlie that wants to be with Riley in competition for Lucas or something. British Farkle, they would probably all be reminding her of her friends. Like, you're like British versions of all my friends. So is that all? Or do you have?
Yeah, that's it, I guess.
So I have quite.
Did you watch Girl? What?
Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
I was wondering. Going back to, I was wondering if you watched Girl Meets Her Monster.
Girl Meets Her Monster.
Like,
wait, that's
girl. Yeah.
Let me.
That's where Topanga grounds Riley because of the binge.
Oh yeah.
And I think Topanga, Danielle actually wrote that episode. So.
Oh really?
Or directed it. I think she just directed it, but.
Oh okay. Yeah, it's been a while, but I thought.
But I just wondered.
Yeah, I watched it and I wrote in my notes that I thought they had like great acting. Well, like especially Danielle, and then that finally there was a Topanga Riley episode.
Yeah.
So.
And it was like I found it normal for once like this was such a normal thing for like teenagers to do, like binge watching a show and then wanting to finish it, and then so yeah, it was definitely one of the more normal. Yeah, and yeah. Anyways, yeah.
Okay, so let me just go through some comments here. Klutz is it's a girl who's 12 years old. She commented, White Cat's vlog, Sean is my favorite from the show. Klutz the same. Okay, it's a lot of comments. I can't go through every single comment. What do you think about Lukaya cut out campfire kiss? I don't think they actually kissed. They were like close, but
They almost. They had more interaction than Riley and Lucas.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like they seem more of a couple. Like they were more into each other than Riley and Lucas. Let's see what else. So they're discussing about whether or not they ended up moving, and yeah, Klutz. That's why you need to finish watching the episode. And White Cat's vlog said the two Morgans was so funny. I laughed so hard. Yeah, finally both of them. That was cool. I was wondering how they were gonna do that because I know that like they had both actresses and both actresses said that they were gonna be on the show. But I'm like, how are they gonna do that? So it's kind of funny it was funny how they did it. And then Klutz said, I did have a tablet, but my dad purposely breaks them because he breaks all my stuff and blames others. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, that's really messed up that your dad does that. Like, maybe if you can try to hide your stuff from your dad or don't let him use it. If it's your stuff, like, that's really, really messed up.
Why did you say that? Why'd she say that? Yeah.
I guess because she's gonna, for Christmas, I might get a tablet and download every episode so she can watch, like, Boy Meets World and Girl Meets World on trains and stuff like that. But yeah, if you can hide your electronics from your dad or like tell your mom or something, that's so messed up that he does that. Like I hide my electronics from my brother because my brother breaks he breaks electronics all the time, and like your dad, he blames other people. So I actually hide my electronics from my brother, and if he wants to borrow anything, camera, phone, anything, I'm like, nope. I tell him no because he's gonna break it, but it's your dad, so it's a little harder to say no. I understand. So, but yeah, if you can, that's really messed up that your dad does that. So maybe try to hide it or tell your mom or some other adult. Let's see. Then Feeny, yes, we get that reference. Klutz said, I cried. There was no Lukaya kiss on screen, but Rukus kiss on screen. Wait. I guess like earlier on, like when I think on the subway, there was that kiss on the first date with like Lucas and Riley, but not really. That was a long time ago. Yeah. But like after the triangle thing, when they kind of like became a couple again, like there was nothing really. So, let's see. Klutz said, I'm blowing up your chat. A chatterbox and a spammer box. Well, I mean, you're not really spamming because you're actually talking about the topic. If you're spamming, you'd be like, go to this website. White Cat's vlogs. I hated that Jack was not in any of the episodes for Sean. Oh yeah, that's true. What the heck?
Yeah,
they're freaking brothers. Oh my god, I think I said this in the episode when they got married? That like, hello, Jack, you're not your brother's wedding?
Yeah, we both did.
Like, I mean, I know it's kind of last minute, but still, like, doesn't Jack have money? Like, you could have flown him in, could have called him, hey, I'm getting married, come. Like, what? That is one reunion we were missing. Okay, we did not get the Hunter brothers. What the heck? Ugh. You're so right. I had not thought about that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Klutz said, I got school in 4 hours, but I don't care. I have a big test tomorrow as well, but the stream is more important. No. And I think you said it's like 2 a.m. where you are. Girl, you need to, school isn't more important, okay? You need to learn from Topanga. School is important. That's how you go to college, get a job. So, yes, I did not know it was 2 a.m. where you were. Probably it's closer to 3 now. So you need to get some sleep. Sleep is very, very important. I know because I'm sleep deprived all the time. So get some sleep, girl. The stream, you can watch it later, like when it's up. on my channel. So White Cat's Vlog says school is a lot more important. You get to get good grades so you can get a good job. See, yep, exactly. Klutze, Ruckus was dating, but they didn't act it. Yeah, you know, that's kind of what we're talking about. And that scratching that you hear is my freaking dog. He's like scratching the floor. I can't stop it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to yell at him, and I don't want to yell while I'm doing this thing because he's very stubborn, and the only way he'll stop is if I yell at him. I have to be very like assertive with him. He's very stubborn. Let's see. White Cat's Vlogs. I think that said. White Cat's Vlog said, I think that on That's So Raven, Raven kissed a guy on there, so I don't know why Riley and Lucas didn't kiss. Yeah. And then Megan.
Going back, I think. Oh.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was just thinking back to Lizzie McGuire, like an early Disney show too. I'm like Lizzie, like they all had relationships on that show, and they kissed on that show. So.
Yeah. And speaking of Lizzie McGuire, Megan B said on Lizzie McGuire she kissed Aaron Carter in that episode, and I remember that. So yeah, you guys thought the same thing.
And I think she had another older boyfriend too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. There's no excuse. It's probably just some producer is super like conservative.
Yeah, it's the writing / network, Disney Network. Yeah.
Oh, so annoying. Well, okay. Klutze said they did. Well, Riley kissed Lucas. Yeah, but that was a long time ago. We're talking about like in this current relationship they had, like after the triangle, the ski lodge. Like they didn't do anything. And then White Cat's Vlogs, Riley and Lucas never kissed. And then Megan B, I think they were dating in real life for a bit too. I think she's talking about Aaron Carter and Hilary Duff, which was true. Klutze, I know sometimes Lucas didn't kiss because Maya was dating somebody. Okay. Bradley broke Sabby's heart. I don't know who Bradley is, but I mean, just because she's dating someone, I mean, she's an actor. She has to like, you know, kiss people. But I mean, she's not even dating Lucas, so I don't know. Let's see. Megan B, I'm sure Ryder was dating someone in real life while he was on Boy Meets World, and he made out heaps. It's just Disney. Yeah, exactly. How many girls did Sean kiss? A lot. Yeah, because it's Disney and not ABC. Klutze said Lukaya is real. White Cat's Vlog said no. Klutze said yes. White Cat's Vlogs, there's always Netflix picking it up. Well, yeah, hopefully. Let's see. Well, Megan B said Will Friedle has been hinting at an Eric Matthews show. That would be awesome. So many people would watch that show.
I don't know what that would be, but maybe we could get a better resolution to Feeny and Eric.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Oh my god, I would be so happy if they did that. Let's see. Klutze said Boy Meets World had real relationships, had sex, arguments, kids, fallouts, etc. While Girl Meets World didn't even have kisses. Yeah, because that's on Disney. And then Klutze said Friends has rumors about movies. Okay, I don't know.
What?
Hippie. I don't know what that is. I don't know if I'm talking about Friends, a TV show. But Hippie says hi. So hi, Hippie. Let's see. White Cat's Vlogs. What about Jack, Sean's brother? He was not in Girl Meets World at all. Well, he was in one episode, the prom one or formal one. Semi-formal. Yeah. Was that the only episode he was on? I think so.
I think so.
I think he was only on that one. I can't remember something else. And then Megan B said Jack was in the semi-formal episode. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no freaking Jack and Sean. What the? Okay. Let's see. London. Oh my gosh! You know what? What would have been cool to see too in the last episode when Sean, you know, announced when he like told Maya that like he was gonna adopt her. It would have been so cute and like they're having their moment and like hugging each other and stuff. It would have been cool. I think if like Chet would have been there, he would have shown up and just like had a smile on his face and just like be happy for his son. Like, okay, now my son is happy. Like, if that happened, I would have just cried. Like, you know, like, oh my god, like his dad is like seeing his son like finally have something good happen to him. Like, oh, that would have been so cool. Dang it.
But we did kind of see that at the end of Hurricane too, with him standing back a little bit. Not the same. Yeah. But yeah.
And then, you know, and then maybe he could have said something about like, maybe you can be a better father than I was to you. Ooh, see, I'm writing stuff. Come on, guys, let's go. That would have been good.
And also, just to prove that Girl Meets World, there was more left to tell. I always wanted to see Maya's dad again, like a resolution with that or something else with that. Maya meeting her his family. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That would have been emotional. Let's see. White Cat's vlogs. I wouldn't know if Matthew Lawrence Jack was there. I would have freaked out. Never forget it. He was one of my favorite actors. I grew up with it. Well, White Cat's vlogs. You need to look up Semi-Formal. I bet apparently you missed it because he was on that episode. That was the only episode he was on. So look for it. Girl Meets Semi-Formal. Go watch it right now. Jack is in it.
Yeah, it's still probably one of my favorite episodes. Top 10, top 5.
And Charlie is on it. So watch it. Klutza said, you look like Christina Cimarelli. I don't know who that is. That's probably like the 80th person I've been told I look like. People tell me I look like so many different people. So yeah, cool. Let's see. Super Milky says hola and hello. So, hola, ¿cómo estás? Hello. Klutza said, Rowan said in an interview there is a high chance Netflix is going to pick Girl Meets World up. Apparently they're talking about it. So yeah, I mean, that's what we keep hearing. So hopefully, yeah, something happens.
Was that recent?
Yeah, I don't know if that's recent. I think that's like the only bit of news we've heard. I think it's just like the same thing we've been hearing. Megan B said, she, meaning Topanga, gave up Yale for Corey, the best college, so I'm kind of not surprised she didn't go to London. Yeah, makes sense, I guess. Fletcher says, hey. Topanga gives up everything for love. That's what Klutza said. Aw, I guess so. She's a true lover.
And this, so this episode was more about the friendship. She gave it up for Riley's friendship with with Maya, and then her bay window with the
that's true.
Cafe.
And then Fletcher. Oh my gosh, what the heck? I've once killed a rabbit. That is what? Why are you saying that? That's really messed up. You know I'm vegan, right? Like, no. I really hope that was an accident. And
is it confession time now?
No.
This is taking an interesting turn.
It's confession time. Megan B, I love the Turner and Eric scene. That hug and that scene at the end, kind of like closing a chapter of the Boy Meets World characters. Yeah, I guess you mean Turner and Sean. Closing a chapter of the Boy Meets World characters and passing the torch to Riley and Maya. Okay. We talked about that, how those were awesome. Klutza says, I'm from the UK. Awesome. I want to go there, hopefully sometime this year, next year. Yes, Megan says, I meant Turner and Sean. Okay. Walmart Incorporated. Didn't the Girl Meets World actress just come out to say she's queer because it was trendy? Oh God. Okay, troll cares about that. White Cat's vlogs. Okay. What? Fletcher, I shot a rabbit with the crossbow. Okay, don't do that. Don't. That is really messed up. Okay, hurting animals. You know they're innocent, right? Like, only if it's self-defense. Okay, that makes if they're attacking you or something. But don't do that. Oh God. Okay, Zero Cool. I don't have much to say about anything. I just enjoy breakdown of the final episode from fellow fans. Awesome. Well, thank you for watching, Zero Cool. Megan B said Corey kissed a penguin. There were 11 in season 1. Let's see. trained old school. Okay, I remember when Corey kissed Topanga during season 1, so I was so jealous of him. Megan B, what's your favorite Boy Meets World episode? You can actually, I don't want to go, it's going to take forever if I talk about them, so I actually made a video. It was one of the first videos I made on my YouTube channel, so I'll put a link in the description or in the comments below of like my top 10 Boy Meets World episodes, so you can watch them there. So do you want to say any of your favorite Boy Meets World episodes?
Oh, I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched Boy Meets World a little bit.
Well, some that like stick out to you, maybe.
Yeah, let me think. I don't know. There's a couple season 4 episodes that stick out, like the episode where Sean's mom comes back, but I guess we find out it's not really her mom. The Verna episode. Really. And then which other? I can't think of I can't think of them right now. Oh, I really liked, like, I hated that they fought, but I liked it going season 7. The fight they have in season 7, called The Provider, I think the episode's called, where Topanga gets this job with a fashion editor, and Corey gets a job as selling magazine subscriptions or something, and then it leads to kind of them. Well, Corey feels insecure, and then they have this like huge fight for their first marriage couple fight, and I found that well done. And then I don't know. Well, Eric's plays with squirrels. Lose one friend, lose all friends, lose yourself. Definitely, that sticks out. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's. I can't think of much more right now.
Okay. Oh shoot! No, dang it, chat.
And
Lost my place. I mean, if you can't think of anything of all of them, it's fine.
yeah.
'Cause I know it's gonna take forever.
Yeah.
Let's see. Megan B said there was a scene in Goodbye with Harley and Minkus, but that got cut. I would have loved for Sean to find out what Minkus was. That Minkus was married to his ex-girlfriend. What? Oh, Jennifer, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That would have been funny. That would have been funny to see his reaction. That would have been funny to have Jennifer there.
Why didn't they have an hour-long episode for the final?
Yeah, because I think the Boy Meets World series finale was an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would have been funny. And then like, Jennifer, Sean finding that out, and then Jennifer meeting Katie, and then maybe saying some little line, like funny line to Katie about Sean. That would have been hilarious. Oh, so many missed moments. Let me turn on. It's getting darker here. Turn on light. Whew. Yeah. Okay.
And I just remembered, I think it was in Sweet 16, they called back on the episode where Corey gives Maya an F. I think Girl Meets Father. And the dance episode, and Maya calls back on that. It's like, because I think that's the lesson from that episode, and she calls back on the Darwin thing, and that's when, like, I know this because I failed it. He made sure I knew it, though, and then, so that's when she says, like, he's a really good teacher. So they called back on that season 1 episode early on, so that was sweet. So
yeah. Let's see. Then Megan, in Girl Meets Her Monster, whose side were you on? So I was on Topanga's side.
Well, obviously Topanga's, but I mean, I did understand Riley's. Like, I'm beyond that now, but like
as a kid, yeah,
yeah.
But I probably would have. Maybe I wouldn't have been as harsh, I think, as if I was a mom, but I still would have probably disciplined a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a hard episode for me to watch, to see like Topanga so mad and disappointed. I was like, oh, I'm sad. White Cat's Vlogs, I love all the episodes with Sean in them. So basically you loved all of Boy Meets World, because I think Sean was on almost every episode of Boy Meets World. But I mean, I guess if you mean about Girl Meets World, then yeah, I guess he wasn't in every episode of Girl Meets World. But yeah, obviously, like, that's why we love Sean. Like, when when there's episodes that he should have been in and he's not in, it's
Yeah.
like it's annoying. Like it would have been a good Sean episode or Sean scene or yeah. Let's see. Megan B. I've been rewatching season 1 and 2. It's funny how Sean used to be the dumb one. Then Eric became more silly. I love the scene, the graduation episode of Eric singing to Mr. Feeney. Oh my gosh, yes. He sings To Sir with Love. It's an oldie song. I love that song. Oh my gosh. And he like gets on his lap and he's like, those cougar days. Oh yes. I miss that. Oh my gosh. Oh, and the one scene that I love from Boy Meets World, because it's Mr. Feeney looks so cute, is the episode where like I forgot the name of it, but like all the guys are trying to like make it up to like their women, their significant others, so they start dancing to hot stuff, and then Mr. Feeney do do do. Oh my god, he's so cute. Like, oh my gosh, like I love that scene when all the guys are dancing and then Mr. Feeney. Oh my gosh, I love it. One of my favorite scenes of Boy Meets World. Walmart Plays with Squirrel is best Boy Meets World episode. Yep, it's definitely like one of the best ones. Trained Old School says, anybody remember when Corey and Topanga first moved in with each other in college and the awkwardness with them having to learn how to live together and their annoying habits? Yep. And I liked it because like that's something that, you know, it's realistic. It's what a lot of couples have to go through. You think you know people. I know from experience from living with boyfriends and stuff.
Yeah, I like the episode where Corey's painting the apartment, and he doesn't get the right color. Like Topanga doesn't like the right color until like the last. I like that. Yeah, like. And
then he gets all excited about like he bought stuff from like a cork store or something. Everything all cork. Yeah. Sorry, that was really funny. And then Trained Old School. I remember Corey clipping his nails and one hitting Topanga in the eye. And then like Topanga, yeah, and then at the end she was the one clipping her toenails. That was funny. And then Megan B. I would have loved to see an episode of Sean being a parent to Maya, like him finding the line between being her friend and stepfather. Yeah. See, that's why it needs to keep going.
I know. That's what I keep saying. There's more to tell with the show.
Yes, what the heck? Oh my gosh.
Now that, do you have like a favorite episode of Girl Meets World or top 5 episodes?
Probably everything with Eric. All the ones with Eric and Sean and probably Mr. Feeney. Because there's too many to name all of them, and I probably can't remember all the names. But yeah, and especially like the one with like, you know, because I cried. So many people have seen me cry already, but like the one with the Tommy and Eric reunion, like, oh my gosh, Mr. Squirrels Goes to Washington. Girl Meets Mr. Squirrels Goes to Washington, and then yeah, pretty much anything with those three, I think I love. So. And you said like Girl Meets Pluto was like your favorite one, right? Like now that you've seen the whole series, is that still your favorite?
Yeah, I did rewatch that one a couple weeks ago, and it's still up there. There's something about that episode that's just they did that one. I said semi-formal already. That's Eric and Jack. I liked their reunion there. I don't know, forgiveness. Yeah, the episode we see Sean in the season 3 upstate, right? Where they go. It's probably that was more of a Boy Meets World episode. More, I remember seeing that. That felt more like a Boy Meets World episode.
Yeah, that's true.
With Corey and Sean's interactions, but yeah, and I don't know. Just there's a few and. We'll go back to season 1. I liked when we first meet Katie. The episode we meet Katie and Girl Meets Maya's mother. That's one of my favorites too. So. Yeah.
So Megan B said you should do another commentary for Boy Meets World episode, maybe for drinking episode. So we have. I think have I done them with you? I know I did some with Sean, but I don't know if I've done them. Okay.
Not with me.
So I do want to do them again. It's just hard with like schedules and things like that, and like I definitely want to do them again because I think we've only done 4. I did 4 with not Sean Hunter, another friend named Sean who likes Boy Meets World, and they're on my 90s channel. and I'm gonna put the links. But yeah, we've done 2 episodes from season 1. No, 3 episodes from season 1, and then 1 from season 2, because we're trying to go through like through the seasons in order. Do several episodes from each season. So yeah, I definitely want to do them again because I want to go all the way to the season finale. But I'll post the links for the ones we do have. And yeah, I call them revisited. That's like the little series. But yeah, I do want to do them again, but I probably won't have time to do them till probably the summer because I'm like editing some other stuff that's taking up a lot of my time. So maybe in the summer I'll have more time, but I definitely want to do commentaries on Boy Meets World episodes. So maybe Heavenly Gal will join me since Sean is kind of busy with his life. You know, not Sean Hunter, but our Sean. But yeah, thank you for bringing that up. I'll post the links to that.
Yeah, speaking of favorite Boy Meets World episodes, I like that season 5 episode where it's after Corey and Topanga have broken up, and Corey's the instigator on the drinking thing. And then it turns into Sean. The whole thing was Sean of Chet being an alcoholic, but I really love Ben's performance in that episode, going like with the comedic and dramatic, like them being drunk. It was funny, but also
yeah.
They definitely miss that story. Or they will miss that storyline with Girl Meets World.
Okay, let's make a guess right now. Okay, who do you think is gonna end up being the drinker? Who's gonna have the drinking problem for one episode? Who's gonna be the alcoholic for one episode?
Girl Meets World.
I'm trying to think who I think would be. I think I know.
Farkle.
Oh, that would be interesting because I was thinking like it would be Maya.
But they've already done a lot of Maya episodes, so like then they've kind of dropped the ball with Farkle this season. So
it would kind of it would be interesting. It would kind of make maybe like Farkle's trying to fit in or something like that, so he starts drinking. That would kind of
Or Riley too. This could be her episode. Like I talked about her not having any arcs. So this could be, and hopefully they would find a way to write this in for Riley without Maya being so much into it. Like maybe I don't know. So like this.
So everyone in the comments, everyone in the chat, right? Who do you think would have the drinking problem for one episode? Who would be the alcoholic for one episode on Girl Meets World? Right, your predictions in the chat. That would be pretty interesting. So or Lucas? No, but he's like already the bad boy. I guess it'd be more predictable. So yeah, I think we might almost be done here. Let me see if there's any other comments before we go, because we need to go to sleep and stuff like that and work, and especially because Heavenly Gal, it's later on where she's at, so she needs to go to sleep. Okay. Let me just post this one last link. Okay. Let's see if there are any guesses. So let's see. Oh, they're posting their times. Okay, so Cats. Oh, Megan is in Australia. Wow, 12:30 p.m. Yay, awesome. Somebody from Australia. That's cool. Having oh my gosh, I love having people from everywhere watch. That's awesome. And then Klutz is in the UK, 3:38 a.m. And then
Is she still up?
I think so. It's almost 4, girl. You're gonna have to go to school. White Cat's vlogs, 9:30 p.m. here in Kansas. Okay, so we're like the same time as, or almost same time as you, I think.
Yeah, I'm just coming up to 11 o'clock p.m.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. Okay. White Cat's vlogs and Girl Meets World. I love the Halloween shows. Klutz is said same. Megan, I liked it, girl. Oh, sorry, you want to say something?
Oh, just the Halloween episode this season. What did you like? They did the parallel universe thing. What do you think of that? With them not, maybe didn't watch it. They didn't meet. They didn't meet.
Oh shoot, I'm trying to remember it. I did watch it, but I don't think I really remember.
Like Lucas is still in New York, but he never met Riley and Maya. Riley and Maya never met as kids, so and that kind of throws everyone else's dynamic off.
Oh shit, I need to watch it again. I don't remember. Dang it. I can't really comment because I don't remember it. It's been a while since I saw them. Dang it. Megan B. I liked in Girl Meets I Do, the Sean and Corey pillow fight, and Sean says screw it. That whole scene was improvised. Oh, and in Girl Meets Real World, when Smackle is the what the F. I don't remember that episode. Girl Meets the Real World.
The debate. They have the debate. We talked about that episode.
Oh, okay. It's been so long. Okay. Klutzer says Ben is savage. Eric is like Ba, or do you mean Bay? I actually have a shirt, I think, that I designed on my store. It says like Eric or Sean Hunter is Bay, Eric Matthews is Bay. So if you want shirts saying that they're Bay, I got some already.
I'm a little old school. The whole Bay thing, I don't really completely understand that, like why that went.
I know that. I think that's kind of why I did it, because like I don't really understand, but I know it's like a thing. So I wanted to combine. I wanted to combine both of them, the new and the old. But yeah, I don't like when people call me Bay. Like if I'm dating a guy, I'm like, don't call me Bay. Like say babe. Babe.
Seems a little weird, but yeah.
Not babe.
No.
I'm too old for Bay. So Klutzer said Smackle or Maya, I guess, would have the drinking problem. Trained Old School says what she's in was it when Sean joined some type of cult and Corey and Mr. Turner go. I think it's probably like season 5, I think it was, with the cult. Because 7 was, I think 6 and 7 were in college.
Or 4 was it?
Oh, okay, maybe like 4 or 5 or something. And then
I don't know. I don't think we saw Turner. Season 5 is when they were seniors. I don't think we saw Turner that year.
Oh, okay, so maybe it was 4.
Yeah.
Megan B. Lucas, or what if Sean has another drinking problem? Oh my god, that'd be so bad. It's like they
wrapped that up, and they didn't really Sean. He never really had a drinking problem. It was just because the whole thing was he had to be careful because of Chet.
Yeah, that's true. But it's funny because it's like such like a 90s thing, or I don't know if it's like a 90s or TV thing where like they have a drug alcohol problem for like one episode, like in Saved by the Bell. Like Jessie was like addicted to caffeine pills. Yeah. She had like this problem, but it was only like one episode. So it's just like, I don't know, like a sitcom thing, I think. And then Trained Old School says, I'm in San Diego. Awesome. I lived in San Diego for a year, like almost 10 years ago. Megan B, have you seen the movie Little Monsters? Ben and Fred Savage is in the movie. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
No.
White Cats Vlogs, Bay is before anyone else, and yes, I hate it too. Oh, thank you. I did not know that's what that meant.
What? What does that mean?
That apparently it means before anyone else.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was shortcut for babe. Which I thought was dumb, because it's the same amount of syllables. You're not saving any time by saying Bay.
I don't know what I thought it meant. I didn't know. It stood for anything.
Let's see. Megan B. Sean did drink again in season 7 when he found out his mother wasn't his real mother. But I don't remember that.
I think in season 6 was that.
She said 7, but I'm not sure.
No, after when Chet dies and he goes off to find himself. I think that's the letter. I think that's when it happens. I think that's season 6.
He's drinking like this. This is actually vodka, not water. I'm just kidding. Okay, I think that's about it. We need to let everyone go. Guys need to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Guys, it's great talking to you guys. Thank you for the comments and watching. And I definitely want to do commentaries, hopefully with Heavenly Gal in the future. But yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do them until probably the summer. Hope you guys stick around.
If you watch Riverdale and like that show.
Yeah, I need to catch up on that because I do want to watch it, but I haven't seen it yet. But I did want to see it. Oh, and if I do, we do end up doing the commentaries for Boy Meets World. That's gonna be on my 90s channel. So this is my main channel. So if you want to watch them, go subscribe to the 90s one because that's where I'm gonna put the commentary. Yeah, definitely want to rewatch some Boy Meets World episodes. So thank you so much, Heavenly Gal. I'm sorry it took up a lot of your time. Get some sleep. Everyone else get some sleep too.
Have a good night. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.